Hamster Holmes, A Big Time Puzzle by ALBIN, SADAR, illustrated by VALERIO FABBRETTI. Hamster Holmes and his firefly friend Dr. Watt loved solving mysteries. Today, they took a break at a fair in the park. They played games and ate treats. Then they answered their old friends, a big blind named Horsey, a Gary the gumshoe gopher, who were also detectives. Dr. Watt said hello. He used Morse code to get his point across. He blinked his light on and off to form the dashes and dots. A short flash of light was a dot. A long flash of light was a dash. Horsey said hello by making a loud buzzing noise. They were all catching up when Ouchie the porcupine walked up. Hello to my favorite detectives. I am holding a contest today, and you are just in time to be a part of it, he said. It is a race to find the answers to 4 clues. Each answer leads you to the next clue. The last clue leads you to the prize. Ouchie went on. The first team to find all the answers wins the hourglass filled with real gold dust. An hourglass is a special clear container that usually holds sand. It is used to measure a minute, hour, or other amount of time. When all of the gold dust flows from the top to the bottom of this hourglass, it means an hour has passed. Do you want to play? Asked Ouchie. I am up for it, said Hamster Holmes. Dr. Watt blinked an answer. Horsey and Gary decided to play too. Ouchie smiled and looked at his pocket watch. Then he told them the first clue. You can run, walk, or fly to this wheel, but even though it spins around, it does not go anywhere. It must be that prize wheel we saw at the fair, Gary said to Horsey. If we are right, the next clue will be there. Dr. Watt and Hamster Holmes did not think that was the right answer. Gary and Horsey rushed to the prize wheel, but did not find the next clue. Hamster Holmes told Dr. Watt, I think the answer has to do with the words run, walk, or fly. Then Dr. Watt figured it out. It was the running wheel. Hamster Holmes read the next clue aloud as Gary and Horsey arrived. He said, do not let this next clue stump you, even if you have to dig deep for the answer. Gary whispered something to Horsey and they left. Hamster Holmes and Dr. Watt did not know the answer. Then Dr. Watt spotted a tree stump nearby. It is a good thought, Hamster Holmes said, but I do not see the next clue, so it must not be the right stump. Then Dr. Watt remembered the friend Dougie the mole had dug his house under a tree stump. Good idea, said Hamster Holmes. It must be at his house. Sure enough, when they reached Dougie's house, they found the next clue, and Gary and Horsey. Gary read the clue out loud. It had hands and a face, but it can only tell you one thing. What could that mean? Hamster Holmes asked. No idea, said Gary. What can only tell us one thing instead of many things? Hamster Holmes wondered. Then he and Dr. Watt realized it was a clock. Hamster Holmes and Dr. Watt raced to the clock tower. The round part of the clock is called a face, and the long, thin parts that point at numbers are called hands. It can tell you only one thing, which is time, said Hamster Holmes. Dr. Watt found the last clue in front of the clock on a sundial which tells time using shadows. Hamster Holmes read the clue aloud. If you open the right door, you will be the winner, he said. But how do we know which door is the right one? Asked Gary, who was just steps behind them. Is it the door on the left, the door in the middle, or the door on the right? This mystery is solved, said Hamster Holmes. The door on the right is the correct door. When he opened the door, Ouchie was there. Ouchie handed the hourglass to Hamster Holmes and Dr. Watt. It was a big puzzle, but you solved it in record time. Good job, said Gary. Good game, said Hamster Holmes. We would like to have you all over for a snack time tomorrow to thank you for a fun time. The next day, Hamster Holmes put the hourglass in a place of honor. Then they all sat down for snacks and shared their favorite mysteries. It was the perfect end to a great adventure. The end.